Happy Friday, guys. How's it going? Oh my gosh. I look like Rudolph this morning. My allergies have been so bad. I've been like rubbing my nose and blowing my nose. And now I have all this skin irritation going on from putting out my Christmas stuff. The flocking on all my garland in my tree is like an irritant, and it's really been jacking my skin up. It looks terrible. And I don't wear foundation because of, the problem I have with my skin. It looks worse when I wear foundation because I have like patches of dry skin. But anyway, um, it had been getting better. I was doing really good, but then I drug out all my Christmas stuff this week. And like I said, there's something in the flocking. I'm sure that's what it is because my skin has just been freaking out. So anyway, hopefully it'll calm down soon. But I wanted to talk. Hopefully this won't be a long-winded message because I do got to go to work this morning. But I I wanted to talk to you about, carnivore and vegan diets, how, you know, since I've been doing the carnivore diet and I'm part of the carnivore community and, I've watched all these carnivore YouTube videos and I'm really convinced that the carnivore diet is a really healthy way of eating and it has done so much for me. My skin's so dry. It has done so much for me in the 13 weeks that I've been on it. You guys have all heard, if you've been here for a while, I go on and on about all the wonderful things it's done for me. And it has been the only diet that has allowed me to kick my sugar addiction and my carb addiction. So I can't sing its praises enough. But I've also heard from people that are vegans and vegetarians that have been doing that diet for a long period of time, and they say they're doing wonderful. And what I don't understand is, you know, a lot of people that do carnivore act like, the vegan and vegetarian lifestyle is dangerous long term and, it has all these ill effects. But I don't know if that's necessarily true because my son was a vegan for 14 years and then the last 10 years he's a pescatarian. He's healthy. He has had no issues. He's doing wonderful. My granddaughter, not his daughter, but my daughter's daughter, she was vegan and then she transitioned. She became pescatarian and she's doing wonderful. So, I can't sit here and say that it's this horrible, terrible diet just because I'm a carnivore. I don't know. I know that I tried to do vegetarian years ago. I did it for think 6 months, maybe a little bit longer, and it didn't work for me. I was hungry all the time, and I found myself eating more carbohydrates, and I ended up gaining a little bit of weight, and I didn't feel any different. I did it because I thought it would make me feel better, and it didn't. So I don't know. I ended up going off of it, but I've tried so many diets. I say every diet, but I'm sure there's something I haven't tried. But until I found carnivore, nothing else helped me kick my sugar addiction. Eating meat, like I said, is so satiating, the high protein, low fat, that it's the only thing that's allowed me to kick that. And I feel wonderful. But I don't feel like I can argue with, vegans who come to my site and say, hey, I'm vegan. I've been doing it for X many years and I feel great. Just saying. I got that comment this morning and I thought, she probably is. I think it was a she. And so I'm not going to say, well, you're wrong. Just like I wouldn't want them to come to me and say, you're lying. Because I used my phone. I was going to look it up. And because I this morning I typed in, which is better. And it was surprising to me. One of the first answers, it was like carnivore versus vegan, which is better. And it said that traditionally, people do better on a carnivore diet, which I should have snapshot it. So maybe I'll do that at the end of this video so you can see I'm not lying. But that surprised me. I didn't think that would happen because I feel like I know carnivore has been around forever, right? But I mean, as far as people are just recognizing it and there's more people doing it. So there hasn't been any really long-term studies. And I was listening to Dr. Sean Baker this morning, and he was talking about that. And even he was saying, um, it's he doesn't know if it's necessarily, something for everybody. he doesn't necessarily recommend it for everybody, but it is certainly a powerful tool for a lot of people, especially people that have autoimmune diseases, people that are sick, people like me who could not kick the sugar addiction or carb addiction. It has been a powerful tool. There have been no long-term studies, so we don't know yet. So it doesn't mean that it's not good, but for years, the food industry and big pharma wanted us to believe that, a balanced diet included lots of carbohydrates and grains and stuff because that was beneficial to them. And we're learning now that that is not correct. They did that because they wanted to keep us sick. And obviously it's working because look around, 80% of the population is overweight, they're sick, and it's not because they're all doing carnivore. So, they're we know now that that's not necessarily true. So don't use that as an argument saying, well, the guidelines say, the food pyramid says we should do this. I don't follow that anymore because I've seen the results of people that have followed it, and I followed it, and it did nothing for me. So, but once I switched to doing carnivore, it's just been miraculous. That's all I can say. Now, whether or not, like Dr. Sean Baker said, it's sustainable forever, I don't know. But is a vegan diet, and how is it that because a lot of people on the carnivore lifestyle are saying that's so terrible for you. I don't know if that's true because there are people that have done a vegan vegetarian diet for many, many years and they're healthy. So I'm not going to say that's, the wrong way to go. It didn't work for me. Just like I'm sure carnivore hasn't worked for everybody. I've heard from a few people that haven't had any luck with it. I don't know why, but I've always said that, there's not a one size fits all diet. A lot of people will disagree with me because they do truly believe that the carnivore lifestyle is it. And I can't argue with them. I don't have enough knowledge to argue with them. I'm just going by what I know in the short 13 weeks that I've been doing this. For myself, like I said, it's been wonderful. But at the same time, I see people that are doing vegan, vegetarian diets that are succeeding and doing quite well on it. So I just don't know why some people can do the carnivore diet and heal and lose weight and do perfectly well on it. And there have been a lot of people that have been doing this for long term. They're just coming out now. We see them on YouTube. There's a lot of, people that say that they've been doing this all their life, and they're healthy and fit. So it's not true, because I've had some vegetarians say there's no long-term carnivores, none, not one. And it's like, that's not true. There are, but a lot of people have been eating like this their whole life and they didn't even realize they were carnivore. They just grew up just eating meat, predominantly meat. If you eat 70% or more of your calories in meat, you're a carnivore. So they ate that much meat, but they probably also ate some vegetables and fruits and stuff, and they just thought that was a normal diet. And I think that sounds, like a sustainable diet. I am going to continue doing the carnivore diet until I get to my goal weight. Like I said, it's between 35 and 50 pounds. I'll see what I look like after losing 35 more pounds, how I feel. And if I feel like I still need to lose that additional 15, I will. If I feel like, no, 35's fine and I'm comfortable, then, I'll stay there. So we'll see. But right now I still have that weight to lose. And so I'm going to continue doing carnivore because it has worked so well for me, mainly just making me feel good. I feel so good. The energy level, no inflammation anymore. And I know that was due to the sugars and the carbs, which when you're doing a vegan or vegetarian diet, you're still eating fruits and stuff. And I would still be getting those sugars. So I would still have the inflammation. And that's why I couldn't go that route. It didn't help me as far as inflammation. So I'm just, I just don't understand how we can condemn another, diet completely without recognizing that there are people that are doing it and have done it for years and are feeling good on it. How because I'm watching other YouTube channels from people that are carnivore that swear that it's super unhealthy and, and it causes all these issues. But I've also seen YouTube videos from vegans and vegetarians that act like the carnivore diet is the worst thing ever. And, it's going to cause all these other issues. And they don't know either. They're just assuming because there are no long-term studies. So it's just an assumption on their part as well. Until we have some, research done, we won't know. All we can do is go by what we're seeing in other people. And we're learning more about um, cholesterol, good and bad cholesterol. And we're learning about, how these things affect our blood pressure and stuff and the guidelines to all that. Because at one time, it used to be your cholesterol level could be like around 300 and you were still considered healthy and fine. But then they had it lowered to 200 so that they could put more people on medication. And we're not seeing people that are taking that cholesterol medication doing any better than those that aren't. They haven't proved that it's, um, given them, a longer life. In fact, they're showing that a lot of people that are on those medications are having consequences from it, and it's causing more issues than it seems to be helping. And from what I understand, it just it gives them maybe an extra couple of days as far as their lifespan goes. So I don't know. I need to do some more research into that. But anyway, I just, I'm curious. I'm just curious. I don't know yet. Maybe, somebody can explain it to me. But from what I see right now, I see people doing both diets and I see people doing well on both of them. And I think you have to do what's right for you. And right now, this is the diet that's right for me. I feel good, but I'm certainly not in any position to tell anybody else that what they're doing isn't the right way. I still don't know. I may change my mind, maybe in a couple more months, and maybe after I learn more, I may feel different. But right now, this is where I'm at. And I just feel like, I try to be respectful of everybody's position on this because, like I said, it's not like I'm coming from a position where I know everything and, I don't. I'm still a complete newbie. 13 weeks is still pretty new to this, but if you have any answers and, you know more than me, please, I'm willing to listen, but just, understand that right now what I'm doing is really been life-changing for me. I feel good. I'm seeing it in, I'm losing inches as well as pounds. And I have so many health benefits. It's just been absolutely wonderful. So this is me cutting it short. It's 13 minutes. That's a short video for me. So anyway, who knows? I may come back tonight and say some more. But right now I got to go to work. I hope you guys all have a great weekend. If I don't talk to you this weekend, but I probably will. Otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys.